Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I have another another requested build. This time, I actually have his username though. So the same guy that's, or could also be a girl. I'm not sure. I'm not going to assume genders because that makes me a jerk. But that same person, otherwise known as TheWinglessBird on my YouTube comments section, also had an idea for a projectile-based build, or otherwise known as my favorite kind of build. Now, they called it the gun build. And the reason being is because this doesn't really have a simile, so it's more like just a short-range handgun, I guess. This is more of like a shotgun thing, and then here we've got just straight-line assault rifle or heavy machine gun. Now, considering that some of the spells in question will start doing things like bounce and whatnot, I don't really know. I'm not sure I see a firearm in there, but hey, what do I know? So, let's think. I think I want to just get Atlas out of the way right away so I don't have to deal with his dumb ass. Because I know me, if I just say, oh, it's not important and just go in there, you know he's going to be number 3. So let's just get him out of the way now. Alright, now, one of the stipulations that was given for this build from the Wingless Bird is that it should be almost entirely projectile based, so I should not be taking skills that aren't projectiles. And that is fine by me. I've worked with worse restrictions before. Love that 1,000 blades. Or in this case, you know, assault rifle spam. Like, I don't play a lot of first-person shooters, so using Firearm references isn't really my thing, but, you know, I can't be too upset. I mean, it is a more contemporary reference than, you know, Castlevania. Oh, come on. How much health can you possibly have? And then the dash was up to me to choose, so surprise, surprise, I chose Chaotic Rift. Now, were it up to me, I would say Stone Shot actually works as the better basic for this build. Because that's more like, you know, a machine pistol. But I'll stick with the recommendation. Now, in the recommendation, it was called Electric Bolus, but I'm pretty sure this is what they meant. Get out of here. Now, were it up to me, I would probably take Tidal Blast, but that goes against the restrictions of the build, so I won't. Hello, Doctor. Now, since I am allowed to pick things up, but I don't know, I'm trying to find a way to use Dr. Song to my advantage right now. Owie. You jerk. Fucking slimes. There we go. See, the other reason not to take Stone Shot, though, is because the next is because the next enemy up is Shu, who will also resist stone shot. So even though it makes a little bit more sense for a strong projectile build, I will leave it alone. Because it will be heavily resisted and therefore be less fun. And as per usual, Iris doesn't want to be of much help. Oh, hello. Well, now I don't even have to worry about the whole which arcana can I even pick up to give to Dr. Song thing, because now I've got this beautiful token. Alright, I see the X-shaped combat room over here. That's my way forward. Wanderer's mechanism, of course, is just going to be a straight-up power-up for Obsidian Cascade. Alright, Doctor, I'm going to give you this token. And you are going to... Ooh! Oh, now we're cooking. Damn it. That was my fault for not paying attention. Can't blame anyone but me on getting sideswiped there. So I did just recently post my first Monster Hunter Rise clip. It's just 30 minutes. That was the smartest thing I've done all day. What are you? Bounty Hunter Seal. Okay, so if I can beat a council member with their elemental weakness, I get extra money. Well, that'll work out quite nicely for battling Atlas. For Shu, not so much. Oh, that was dumb. Not that it really matters, I couldn't do anything with it anyway. I like me some heavy travel jacket, but I also want to see if on the off chance Iris is actually going to be willing to help me this time. I know she doesn't like me very much, but at some point or another, you just have to let bygones be bygones and do what you can to help a brother out. There we go. Perfectly executed. There's the boss room, thankfully. I do now on the point of Monster Hunter Rise. I do plan on doing more clips. I've already mentioned that I have more clips saved. Even as we speak right now, apparently my body decided this was the perfect time to exemplify the idea that I didn't get a lot of sleep. It's not even true. I'm just sleeping. I guess that comes with the territory when you work a full-time job. Alright, so skip a little bit of ground here, but I do want to take this south turn here. Alright, well that's upgrades to both Volt Disc and Gust Volley. Still nothing new though. And that's a shame, because having a 5th combat option would be a huge help right now. See, and this is why I'm saying that this doesn't quite act like any like any firearm I've ever seen, because, you know, bullets have a tendency to not bounce. I mean, not even in Contra do I recall there being a you know, rubber bounce ball gun. Excuse me, how did that hit? Could someone please explain that to me? Pardon me. And well, it also comes to my attention that some of you just recently got Monster Hunter Rise, and I must say I am happy for you fellow hunters. I'm hoping that the game is everything that you want it to be. Some of the changes from Worlds to this game will probably seem like steps back to some, but I'm hoping, even if that is the case and some of the changes are seen as a step back, that you can appreciate the game for what it brings to the table. And I personally don't view anything as a step back. If anything, I think Rise is a good step forward. I definitely think the wire bug is a much better central mechanic than the clutch claw. And for what it's worth, the clutch claw might not have even necessarily been the central mechanic. It's just the one that got used the most. Certainly not upset about Jade's chakra locket. And we'll take that for a little bit of extra armor. Could even view it as a bit of a flak jacket. If we're going with the, you know, soldier / space marine route. There we go. There's actually a pretty decent chunk of damage there. I wasn't expecting that. There we go. That is technically not a projectile. Also, I forgot that I had Bounty Hunter Seal, so whoops. I don't think anyone's going to fault me for calling this a grenade launcher. Plus, it'll be nice and effective against Shu. Now I just need to remember to use that against him as the final hit. Yeah, but are you actually going to remember that, Dark Sage? Not a chance in the world. It'll be one of those things that comes to mind as I'm landing the final blow. I'll just be going, oh yeah, I was supposed to do that. And then everyone will be sad because I didn't use Bounty Hunter Seal properly. Like, I'm not even sure if Ignition Drive is boosted by Gloves of Gambit, honestly. I can hope, because I love Ignition Drive. But I can't make any... Oh, Cascading Blitz is totally melee. Can't do that. And Magnetic Breakers is a maybe. Let's wait and see what else is... Wait, there's a portal I can take. Yeah, unfortunately, Cascading Blitz is totally melee. That's like along the lines of just slap combos from Street Fighter. So no, can't take that. God, I love Ignition Drive. Just a series of nice damaging hitboxes and then a big burst of flame at the end. Okay, I like both Igniting Sprite and Swallow Windstone. I'll probably end up going for those. I could also further improve the damage of my Cascading Blitz, or Obsidian Cascading Blitz. What? No, I just said I couldn't take that. But yes, I like the idea of my fairy friend. That one is non-negotiable. But Dark Sage, she's not going to be very effective against Zeal. That is true. Her powers won't be effective against Zeal, but you know what they will be effective against? My heart. Yeah, I know that probably sounded a little cheesy, but hey, I can't help how I feel about fairies. And when it comes to fantastic creatures, things like dragons and big old monstrous griffins and worms get all the attention. But poor little fairies just kind of get left in the dust, so no, I am an advocate for the fae. Okay, so it's going to be a shorter route for me to take the portal back to the middle. Or I guess not the middle, but the beginning. And there we go. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Magnetic Breakers, which it is a projectile. I could use that all on its own, but I want to see if I can get something even better from Nocturne. The answer is yes, we can get Deferred Dynamo. Excellent. Alright, feeling pretty good about things now. And Jade's Chakra Locket is actually helping me stay topped up health-wise so that I can continue to make good use of the Elixir of Might. Oh yeah, we're looking solid. Now if I can find a good water projectile to use against Zeal, that would be great. Not just because of Family Seal, not just... Apparently I'm a burpy boy today. Not just because of the Bounty Hunter Seal, but just because I would like something that does effective damage against her. Got anything fun for me? I do like Ancient Fountain Pen. Oh, hello, Taffy. I'd also like to point out I haven't seen Nox once in this run. Now, that's very melee, but I appreciate the offer. Alright, be smart, use the portal. You know that thing that I keep forgetting about? Oh, one of you was smart enough to jump over the flame, but you weren't smart enough to just leave me alone. So, Dark Sage, you said that you like the Ancient Fountain Pen. Where are you taking it? Because I do want to see if either A, I have enough money to afford both that and... another Arcana, or I just want to see if I can only afford one. Is there a decent Arcana for me to pick? Basically what I'm doing is keeping my options open. Yes, everyone step up and enroll for Caveman Lessons 101. This lesson, what fire does to you. So now to address something that WinglessBird himself said, or it themselves said. This is actually far from my non-preferred playstyle. I love projectile play. I think the range advantage is huge, and you do yourself a disservice to not at least take it somewhat into account. You see me commonly playing with melee and mid-range builds because I'm trying to teach myself to get used to them. But if I had my option, it would be projectiles all the way. Okay, so knowing what's there, and knowing that we've got a great shot at getting a bouncing surge, which, don't get me wrong, I don't dislike deferred dynamo at all, but deferred dynamo is single target damage. Oh, I'm stupid, I hit the wrong one. Whereas Bouncing Surge will be able to hit multiple enemies. It's basically, well, I mean, do I really need it though? A Gust Volley will do it just as fine a job as striking down all of the Null Flash agents. Alright, so priority number 1. Fountain Pen. But then priority number 2 is going to be Knockout Boulder. Or I guess you could also, since we are using the Firearm analogies for this build, I guess you could also call that the RPG. But since I am running essentially a power build, that is going to be doing magnificent damage, and it's also going to be a much better fit for Burning Furnace, or Seal's Forge. Burning Furnaces, is that what the area is called? Because her and her minions are going to... Whoa, hello. Yeah, her and her minions are actually going to resist the ignition drive, and I'd like to have something that works against them, and hey, lo and behold, it also has better range. Now, before I close the book on this floor, I just want to make sure I'm not leaving any money on the floor, on the ground, on the table, whatever you want to say. Alright, now let's go grab Knockout Boulder, which we will start using on level 3-1. There we go. Hey, Sidewinder's badge. Certainly not going to turn that down. There are much better basics to use this with, but it's still additional damage, and you're not going to see me turn that down. Alright, now remember, I have Bounty Hunter sealed. Take him down with the ignition drive and you get a bunch of extra money. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be patient. There we go. Oh, so much extra money. And that also essentially erased the Bounty Hunter seal, so now I don't even have to think about it anymore. Nice. Oh, look at that cash flow. Oh, so good. And now, like I said, we are going to replace Ignition Drive with Knockout Boulder. A lot of you may know I have a bit of a love affair with Knockout Boulder. And it's mostly because just due to how just crazy and complicated some of these ideas are as far as, you know, magic and incantations and whatnot are concerned, it's almost hilarious that one of the options is seriously just Oonga Boonga. Take big rock, throw at monster. That works. I don't think I want any of those, actually. Alright, so those two were real treasures. Stupid fire lancers. God, look at that. Now I kind of wish I had taken the gilded helmet earlier. Okay, that was awful. You know, speaking of Oonga Boonga Tribe, I am also doing some work with the hammer in Monster Hunter Rise. If anyone's got good ideas for a build, by all means, let me know. And I think that's funny because in previous Monster Hunter games, the hammer just was not for me. Like, I really tried to make hammer work in previous games, and it just, no, I couldn't do it. And part of that is just my desire to not step on other people's toes in the game. And if you're playing hammer, you are definitely dedicated to smashing that monster's face in order to get knockouts. But it's also kind of... That was in the wrong direction. Come on. Good bots. Good little bits and bots. Oonga Boonga! Don't mess with Oonga Boonga Tribe. Increases critical hit chance? I mean, that's greater DPS, so why not? Greater movement speed? Also, you just can't beat having a horse head. Yeah, all that extra money from the bounty hunter seal would put to very good use. And then I was a dumbass. Okay, Elixir of Might isn't helping me all that much as I'm taking a bunch of stupid damage. Just saying, Brain, you might want to try working with me here instead of against me. Okay, so... more than likely we're going to want to go south from here to find Iris. And yes, I am still looking for a water elemental projectile. Well, I can admit when I'm wrong. There we go. Okay, well now I'm wrong twice. Okay, where in the world? I see it now, but originally I thought I had explored all of this area. Turns out I was wrong. Hey, look at that, no water. All fire, no water. What are you trying to do to me, Iris? Excuse me, what? Alright, that could have been better. Could have been a lot better. I am going to refrain from picking up a health potion just yet, though. I took a lot of damage on that floor, but I also think that was due to there being a lot of rooms that are close quarters. God damn it. There we go, you took way too much of a beating. I've battled wyverns that are less resilient than you. So we're likely going to come back and grab that. I'm just going to do it now. I'm a little hesitant just because of the Elixir of Might, but having 4 of my base stats improved even just a little bit, that's big. One of those stats being my run speed, by the way. Really? Like, I swear some of the daggers just went right through you. When did those little furnace monsters have phasing powers? Oh, you're still alive? Yeah, another opportunity at the shovel. And now that would actually boost more than one thing. Hey, no. There we go. There. Alright, now we're looking much better. I'm feeling much more in control now. Much less like I have to be worried about a guy trying to put a metal stick up my butt. Yo, Dark Sage, that sounds like the opening to a porno. No, that sounds like the midsection of a porno. I'm sorry, I have to disagree with you on that. Which, by the way, as we're going that route, the knights on the previous floor did not have my consent. Just saying. Alright, cool, so we're gonna come here. Alright, and nope, still nothing water-based. No, Watch on the last floor after the trial hallway, then she's gonna offer me friggin' Aqua Breaker at level though. Alright, now I'm going to go grab the health potion. And that'll keep us in tip-top shape for the fight with Zeal. And hopefully I don't take any stupid damage against her. It's one thing if you get hit just because you were swarmed or caught off guard. It's another thing if you walk into an attack like an idiot. So let's not walk into attacks. Or, you know, we'll just take her out before she even gets to her signature. Oh, there's Bouncing Bubble. Okay, okay, I see how it is. Not turning it down, though. There we go. Looking good. And of course you can now start to see why I tend to choose... You can now see why I tend to choose the Chaotic Drift over anything else. Alright. It just opens up so many wonderful defensive options, and I love it to death. No, I'm sticking with what I got. Like, Nox barely showed up. I would have loved the chance to get the perfect time crystal, but that wasn't going to happen. I must have caught him just as he was starting to use his cluster bombs. There we go. Give. Dude, decide. Oh, I'm stupid. Owie, owie, owie. Beautiful. Alright, that was a very solid run. Certainly no complaints here. It's one of the things I really like about long range is, of course, you have a little bit more room for error, so even if you're not right in your enemy's face, you can probably still hit them. Range is a heck of an advantage to have in this game, and a projectile build is always well worth the effort, because I feel like I'm so much more in control than when I'm swinging a sword at someone. Which, strangely, doesn't go the opposite way for Monster Hunter. I tend to actually prefer things like the switch axe and the longsword. which doesn't explain why I'm about to go build an auto shotgun build, but hey, whatever, to each their own, right? So everyone, thank you very much for watching, and thank you to the Wingless Bird for submitting another run for me. I really do appreciate it, and I had a lot of fun with this one. But if you guys have other build ideas, keep bringing them to my attention. Otherwise, I'm probably going to go back to trying to clear that silly Cabby Sweets challenge, which I should have cleared already. And I do have kind of a long-term kind of theme run idea in the works. So let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about, which secondary games I should play for the channel. I've got plenty of ideas, as right now I keep bouncing back and forth between a few things, but while I've been working, I've been focusing on Wizard of Legend. You've heard all of this before. At this point, I'm just rambling, so thank you for coming and spending your free time with me. Links to my social media will be in the description below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you